So what was you measuring that film?
Bro, architecture, man.
Really?
Bro,
That's crazy.
Listen, that shit sound good, bro. No, bro. When you was talking about just now, even like talking about the city and stuff, bro, I think like the producers are gonna be who get like the music scene popping in Tampa. I don't think it's gonna be artists, bro.
No, I watch a lot of NBA basketball, and I can honestly say, like, if I had to pick a player that I just want to see all the time, it would be Anthony Edwards for sure.
Yeah. You're excited,
Everybody else is just kind of like, you could tell they just playing for a bag, kind of.
Podcast episode 15. We are back with another one on this beautiful, what's today? Saturday, Sunday? Sunday, yeah. Sunday in May.
1-5, baby.
Feels good to be in Tampa, Florida. Today, we got a special guest. This is my dog.
Yep.
Fellow producer, collaborator.
Yes,
fellow real nigga, all
Yes,
that
sir.
stuff,
Keep
bro.
going,
Whatever,
keep going,
all that, bro.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
like
he a dreadhead. He ain't got the waves, but that's the only thing I can say.
dog.
Hey, man, they love the dreadheads, man. As we
got
know,
no
man.
dog.
Come on,
Nah, we don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? But I got my boy, Mr. Perfect, in the building.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with your player?
Appreciate y'all boys having me.
For
Yes,
sure.
sir. And how you feeling today, bro?
Man, another day, another dollar, bro. Can't complain, no
another
bad
couple
days.
dollars. Yes, sir. So, Mr. Perfect is a producer out here from Tampa. Sometimes he be rapping, but we just gonna say producer for now.
Hey, man. Coming soon.
Coming
Man.
soon.
Don't tell them too much, man.
Yeah. So tell us about yourself, man. You from out here? Like, where you went to school at?
Born and raised in Tampa, man. Went to Tech High School, so shout out to Tech, man.
For sure.
Went to FAMU. Shout out to them Rattlers. So I'm a real Florida baby too, man. I'm big on Florida. You know what I'm saying? But that's really it, bro. I be chilling, bro.
That's
Laid back guy, bro.
I love Florida.
Yeah, I can't get enough of this shit, bro.
Cause that's interesting. You went to FAMU. What made you go to FAMU out of all Florida schools?
Bro, it's crazy. I don't think I had a choice, bro.
Why you say that?
Like my family, bro. Like I don't know. They just pushed FAMU on me like my whole life, bro. Like every homecoming, dog. I'm in Tally, bro.
Damn.
Like yeah. So when I was a senior, bro, that's the only school I even applied to, bro.
Damn.
Shit was crazy, yeah. And I had vouchers and shit to like apply to hella schools. I'm like, fuck it, bro. I applied to one school. Once I got in, that was it, bro.
I'm not mad at that.
Hey, Tally was fire though, bro.
I mean, if
I
I
can
can
only
go back,
imagine.
I wish I would have went to a HBCU, bro.
I can only imagine.
I
bro.
wish I would have went to one.
So the best thing about Tally though, you get the best of both worlds, bro. You get
Or FSU and fam.
legendary, bro.
Well, listen, my mom's she went to Bethune. So I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry too,
I can't
bro.
rock.
I'm sorry too, but hey,
Battle of the Bands.
listen, but I like the HBCUs. We gotta stick together, man. We
Yeah,
can't
for
have
sure.
too much rivalry,
For
but
sure,
you
for
know.
sure.
Shout out to the Wildcats. I'll give them a little shout out.
So let me ask this: when you went to FAMU, was you already producing, or that's something you did after FAMU?
Great question, bro. I started after fam.
Really?
But music is big in my family though.
Okay.
So I always had cousins that was fucking with Fruity Loops, bro. So like I'll go in there, add some kicks, some snares and shit, but I never really took it serious like that till after college. I came back home and my boy Hollywood, he was big on the music scene, big on producing. So we just like I kinda like locked in with him, and then ever since then, bro, that shit been all she wrote. But it was definitely after college.
So what was you measuring that film?
Bro, architecture, man.
Really?
Nah.
That's crazy.
Listen, that shit sound good, bro. Like, so in high school, I did architecture.
Okay.
We got a little program, but, bro, I was bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? It's high school. Bro, I had a teacher that was dead ass doing my drawings for me, bro. I was in PE every day during architecture. So when I went to fam, bro, it was a real deal, like, shock, bro. Like, cause they was dead ass, bro, and that shit was expensive as fuck too. So shout out to any architecture, engineering nigga. Man, that shit tough, bro.
What's the premise behind that?
Like architecture?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like ways you can go with that shit. I don't know. It's like I was so like surface level. I did 1 year of the shit and I was done with it. So I don't know, bro. Like what I took from it is like being able to draw out different like renders, buildings and shit. Like that's what I took from it, like learning how to draw and shit. But I didn't have a real love for that shit. I'm not the nigga to talk to about architecture. Bro. No bullshit. Yeah, bro, it was tough, bro. Like some of my worst fucking memories in college come from that class, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, bro,
my bad.
No bullshit, bro. Like
My
imagine,
bad.
bro, you a broke college student.
Yeah.
You know, professor standing out. Okay, we got a project. Nigga got a list of shit you gotta like use for the project, nigga. You gotta go buy that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yo,
That'll do
$300. I'm like, yeah, that shit wasn't
That'll
it,
do it.
bro.
Nigga said, "What's a protractor?"
Bruh, that niggas, listen, bruh. Then you gotta walk. Yeah, that shit was horrible. I had to walk down to the store to buy the shit. It took it, bruh. I was done with that shit
Oh, no,
early.
yeah.
Man, I feel like in general though, they don't tell you like about that type of stuff in college. They just tell you like, oh, go to college and this and that. They don't tell you about the little details you're gonna have to learn and grow through. Cause that's why I flunked out. I went for a year and I ain't finished because I just like
I ain't do it yet. I did half a year.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Hey.
But you said something though that's really true, bruh. Like, they push college like it's just everybody's next step, but
yeah,
bro, it's so much more. Like for me, it was like okay, getting out and going to like office hours, like going to talk to my professor, going out spending time on campus, nigga. After class over, nigga, I'm taking my ass back to my dorm, nigga. I'm going to sleep, nigga.
Straight up.
It was worse when I moved off campus, nigga. Well, I ain't even coming to class some days, bro.
Hey, about to hit these screens,
bro. Nigga, listen, bro. But
about to hit these screens.
Gotta get to work.
Yeah,
that's what I learned. I was like, I gotta start working,
Yeah.
and making money. You know what I'm saying? When college wasn't working out at first, but you know, that's just like you said. They try to push college like that's the thing. It's like, nah, you got to go out here and start learning how to survive for real.
Nah, for real.
And that's why they say, oh, a lot of people or a lot of black men ain't going to college as much anymore. And it's like he's trying to go out here and make money off the rip.
Yeah.
Like ain't trying to wait 5 years.
Nah, you on point because I went to school for fucking sports management because I was gonna use that as like as a leeway to try to be like a coach or some shit like that. But then I started thinking about it like, nigga, I don't want to take English again. I don't want to take math again. Like, can you get me into my fucking
through?
Yeah, like I don't. Why am I still doing math and English at this point?
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's get to what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Then I was going to fucking St. Leo and I was damn near private tuition. And I was like, I'm not paying for this shit.
Shout out St.
So
Leo,
after I
man.
did half a semester, I was like, I'm out of here, man. I'm cool on this shit. So I know exactly what you mean about college supposed to be that next step. That shit ain't the next step.
That shit,
not for everybody, anyways.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I'll push it. Like if you about to go be a doctor, or
For sure.
pharmacist, and like you know those type of like lawyers and shit, bro. Go to school, bro.
For
But
sure.
these motherfuckers who went to school for criminal justice and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like, what you about to do with that? Then fast forward now, like we all working a lot of the same jobs and shit, bro.
Facts.
That shit be about the dollar, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to Hollywood introducing you into producing.
Mm-hmm.
We always talk about it. How long it took for you to start realizing like you was actually making good beats.
Bruh, I don't even think I really even reached that like moment yet. Yeah, bruh. Like, I don't know. Like, I make some hard shit, bro. I make, you know, a lot of times we'll make some shit. I'm like, okay, that shit was hard, bro. But like, me personally, I don't give myself a lot of credit. Like, I give credit to the people I work with. You know what I'm saying? Even when I got back into producing this time, because I've been like, you know, off and on. You know, you'll be into it, go a few months strong, then you know, you might not be getting the results, so you'll fall off. So
a real life happening, you just you get busy.
Yeah.
So this most recent time, I told Delgado like, bro, look, I'm trying to get back in the swing of this shit. So sitting around other like talented people, I feel like that's what boosts me. I don't really give myself a lot of credit, like, oh, like I'm that guy type shit.
But you probably picked it up though. Like, so how long did it take you to learn the program? Because for me, I started in 2017 making beats, and I would say like 4 months in, I was like, all right, I kind of. This is one of the few things I ever did in life where I was like, damn, this is
clicking.
Yeah, it clicks. Like it's organic. I know how to do this. So it was a few months in where I started getting it and watching YouTube tutorials and stuff. So what about you?
I would say I don't think it took me that long. I was familiar, like I said, my cousin dad was working on Fruity Loops, like nigga 7, 6, 5. So you know we on like 20 something now. Yeah. So I was like, I won't say like I knew what I was doing, but I was familiar with like where to go for like the little things. When I got back with Hollywood, he was working on Logic. So I think that's the one on. Is it the one on? Is it? Yeah, it's Logic, right?
Apple, yeah.
So I'm like, I was trying to learn that shit, but then I'm like, yo, let me go back to Fruity Loops, bro. So it didn't take me that long. I would say once I sat down and I was consistent with it, that shit probably took like, I'd say a few months, like the same type of deal.
So where's just the lack of confidence about you feel like you haven't made it there yet when it comes to your beats?
Shit crazy, bro. I don't know, man. Like, that's probably like some personal, you know what I mean? Like how I don't like to say I've arrived or like feel like I'm that guy, but I probably don't give myself enough credit with this shit.
It sound like it.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
Any of the beats you recently heard with,
I know.
That's me and him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know.
Like, and it's crazy, like, I've been running to people more often now. They like, bro, like, B's brother last night, like, you know, he telling niggas like, bro, y'all boys doing y'all thing. So like, I feel like I take that into consideration. People telling me that I take heed to that shit. But as far as me feeling like it's me, I don't know, man. I think I try to stay that way though, cause you know that's the only way I'm gonna keep progressing with the shit.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no, because it's just like an athlete. If you ain't got no confidence in what you're doing,
That's true.
It's gonna show on the
That's
field.
true. That's
you know what I'm saying?
true. That's
so
true.
that's kind of like with your beats. You gotta feel like you making good beats, and then you also gotta be willing to be criticized if you're not.
Yeah.
So just make sure you ain't got no yes mans or nothing like that. Which you got Delgado. So
Yeah,
I'm
me,
sure
hey,
you
go
don't.
ahead.
Tough nigga.
I'm sure you don't
Tough
around
critic.
there, man. So
No, I ain't never
with that
lied.
being said, you just always got to put that energy in your beats as well. But I do, because we talk about it. Have you been sending beat packs?
Nah, bro. We
that's
did.
what you need to.
But look, what we're
to.
bro. We just made like hella folders, like
Yeah.
you know, with different vibes to the beats and shit. So that is the next step for sure. Putting that shit out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where we
networking in, really getting emails, hitting
Yeah.
shows.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just being active with it. That's the biggest thing, man. Because
Facts.
if nobody know who you are, you ain't gonna blow up.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta really put your shit in front of people's faces
Yes.
constantly for them
Yeah.
to.
Because Instagram is gonna be your biggest market, but it's also gonna be your biggest crutch. Because a lot of people just like to post, but don't do nothing with the post.
Facts.
So, hey, you gotta reach out to people that you might not even think want a beat pack, but niggas be wanting beat packs.
Facts.
All you just gotta say, "What's your email? I'll send you a beat pack."
Facts.
Niggas gonna be happy for you to send them a beat pack.
Y'all niggas right, bro. Cause the networking big. Like that dude, Scenario. He just had a little event, and like that was the first time in a long time I really like popped out some shit like networking. There's a lot of good producers in there, so I agree. I agree with that. But even when I get around, like, bro, that's how we got together. Like, bro, I'm like, bro, I didn't. You know, Instagram one thing. I'm like, bro, let's actually like link. So y'all boys right. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the networking is major, but the city gotta work on that shit, bro.
So we've been having this conversation.
On the last 2 episodes.
We've been having this conversation a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not just the city, bro. You just gotta. It's anywhere you go. It's just that it feels that way because we in the city.
That's fair.
But the thing is, somebody gotta be willing to get out of that comfort zone. So, if monetary gain is the only thing you looking for in the music shit, it ain't gonna work for you.
Yeah, you already in there.
You done for it because not everybody got the money.
Yeah.
But everybody has a small clique. And if everybody start building them cliques together, it'll become anything. You could compare it to anything from Georgia to New York to the West Coast. Like, we can have that, but it just takes those cliques connecting.
Yeah.
But everybody want to be in a clique and then be like, y'all can't get in.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem happens.
Yeah.
Good point.
No,
So that's why, like, I love having these conversations because it ain't doing nothing but sparking interest in my head. Like, what can I do to make this easier for people? And we do need to start having more mixers.
Yeah.
Hey, here goes some producers on this side.
Yep.
Here goes some rappers on this side. We're gonna have 8 niggas on this side with their laptops and some headphones. Go listen to their beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Here go 8 niggas over here with their mixtapes. Go listen to their music. And then you be like, hey, I fuck with his sound. And then you be like, I'm gonna send him a beat pack.
Yeah.
I ain't saying send out your beat to any and everybody because you want to find people that match your style. But I feel like that's really gonna change the whole landscape of Tampa, man. I think so.
So let me ask you, who are some of your musical like inspirations? Like, when you got into music, you started doing it. who is some people you would listen to, whether it's artists or producers, where you just like, man, like I'm finna be, I work with them if I got on.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was a big Future head, bro. Like I fuck with.
Not
Future.
mad at that.
So, you know, I fuck with Metro.
For sure.
You know, I would say though in high school before like the Future wave, bro, I fuck with Gucci Mane heavy, bro.
For sure.
So you you like the Southern rappers,
big time Southern rapper, like flow. Like I like the Zaytoven beats, bro.
Yep.
Nigga used to be hooked on that shit. I think we was just talking about that shit. So I fuck with Zaytoven. I fuck with Gucci, Rick Ross. I fuck with Ross. Gunna.
Okay.
That nigga Weezy. His producer be going crazy.
He do.
Those most niggas I like listening to. I don't listen to a lot of artists though.
You don't?
Nah, I really don't. But like I say, I think I'm big on like the Florida wave.
Yeah.
And the South, like the South shit. I'm big on that. Yeah.
Region type of shit.
Yeah.
So how do you been getting? If you're not listening to the music, what's been inspiring you?
Man, that's why I like, and you, bro, you my witness, bro. Like a lot of the beats I make will be on that Florida, that Florida wave, because I like making beats that I would like to hear on a track. Yeah. Same time though, bro, like if I'm not making like some Florida ass shit, I like the Gunna sound, like the Atlanta sound, I guess. Yeah. I fuck with that shit too. But I don't know, when I'm going into making some shit, bro, like I just go off of like bro can start playing a sound or it's like easy for me. Once I hear that shit, it's like, bro, I gotta rock with that. We gotta make something to that. So
because sometimes you don't really go into it with like, oh, we making Memphis beats today.
Facts.
Yeah. It's gonna be like, let me find a sound, and you hear a piano, like, oh, okay, let me add this sound to that. And then whatever it comes out, it comes out.
Yeah.
The beat could be from Alaska. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's just kind of like when you writing out lyrics, you ain't gonna be like, I'm finna. Well, you kind of do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna make
but
a
you
club
can
song.
kind of start with a line and
yeah.
build from there. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, that's a fact.
I don't know. I think I might have like a weird approach to this shit, bro. Like
it's not a bad approach though. Yeah. It's not.
Yeah.
Because most people want to come from an original mind state, anyways. They don't want it to feel like it's too influenced by somebody else's sound. So I definitely understand it around it, but I guess I just was asking because he was asking what's your inspirations, and you was like, I don't be listening to music.
Bro, I really don't, bro.
Listen to niggas.
It's crazy, bro. I don't know, bro. I feel like I'm in this like middle, like, bro, I don't want to hear this shit. Like, I got little cousins that is crazy about NBA YoungBoy, right?
For sure.
And I be like, damn, like,
it's not for me.
Yeah, and that's not to take nothing from, bro. Like, I done heard songs where I'm like, damn, okay, I do see why, like, you fuck with this nigga. And then I'm like, okay, maybe this, like, when we was listening to Boosie and shit, niggas like, the fuck you listening to this nigga? But it's like, shit, it makes sense to me. So where I'm at now, it's like, I be wanting some music I could feel, bro, like some inspiring shit. Yeah, bro. It's,
So do you listen to any other genres besides just rap? Like maybe a little R&B, a little jazz, a little soul?
I fuck with R&B. I will definitely turn on some jazz, but I can't even say like who I like. I'll just turn that shit on. Yeah,
gotcha.
I'm the same way.
But yeah, I fuck with R&B. I fuck with R&B a little bit.
You know what I noticed? A lot of Florida producers, they fuck with like the soulful samples or the soulful music, or they must have came up hearing it when their mom was cleaning the house.
Hell yeah. Everybody know about shout out to Smooth Jazz, WSJT 94.1.
For sure.
Gots to know it, bro. Yeah, bro. So
that's a fact.
I feel like we all got that
for sure.
That little part of us, riding, sitting in the back seat, my dukes riding in the car, listening to that good Smooth Jazz.
Yeah,
right. We all hooked on that shit. But I really don't have no artists that I listen to. I really mean that shit, bro. Shit tough now, bro. Ain't no good music like that no more.
Yeah, it'd be good music, but it's not like it don't stick.
Yeah,
it kind of just be like good music in the moment.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, this hard, and then after you go a couple of days, you're like, what was that one song I was listening to?
Yeah.
I don't even remember it like
and
that.
Even the shit that does stick doesn't stick as long as it used to, bro.
Yeah.
I remember when the first album I got was Thug Motivation 101.
Shout out Jeezy, bro.
And that shit was good for me for like 8 years.
Bro. That is true.
Yeah, my whole high school, middle school.
Do you feel like any music right now is like on some timeless shit though?
I'm trying to think of the last timeless piece of work I've heard. I feel like this is gonna sound stupid, but the last timeless music I heard was from like Gunna and Future,
bro. Yeah, hey,
and Travis Scott. I heard some shit.
The
from
mixtape.
So
Oh, you just saying that them in
They're
general?
tapes.
Yeah,
The tapes.
Yeah.
Because Future, he dropped damn, I can't. It's a black and white. I think it's called More Life or something like that. This is a few years ago, and it has a front to back fire.
Oh,
It has songs like Ryan Strikers. And,
what is that shit called?
Damn, I can't think of it. It had one.
It's fucking me up that I don't know. That's pissing me off.
And you said it was the Hendrix and the.
No, not that. But you're talking about Hendrix and Future.
Yeah, I thought you was talking about that.
Even that's timeless.
That was
That
tough.
shit,
Yeah.
That's timeless.
Bro,
man.
that shit is beyond time.
That's from
that was tough.
2017. So that's
That
what
was
I'm saying.
tough.
Bruh.
Yeah, that was tough.
So
I would get the vinyl record of that shit.
Yeah, that was tough.
Shit hard, bro.
For real.
Cause didn't he start off those albums with Collection?
Yeah, with
I think
my
that
collection.
That was my fucking
Yeah, my
shit,
collection,
boy.
hallucinating.
Yeah,
Bro,
that was my
solo.
shit.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like that's what I mean by that's a classic project
Yeah,
for me.
for sure.
So it's been a minute since I heard some
Yeah,
classic
it's
shit.
been a minute. But see, y'all ain't gonna want to. They classic to me in a sense of like the music that I've been listening to. Like mostly every Rod Wave project he been dropping, they've been kind of classic for me.
Bro.
That's real.
100%
Like
right,
they
bro.
do good. Like I still listen to them damn near top to bottom each album.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me though.
He got some feel good music,
Yeah,
bro. I ain't gonna
just
lie.
me.
He's the only one, bro.
Yeah.
Like my brother, like I told you, my brother he plays in
Yeah.
the NFL. This nigga loves Rod Wave,
Nah,
bro.
he
And
hard,
just-
bro.
all them niggas love Rod Wave. I'm
He
like,
just
he
do
hard,
it,
bro.
dog. I don't know what it is around here.
I think he has that soulful. That's not even a pause moment.
He just do it. what
Hey,
what
do
does
it
he
for
do?
me. All right,
Just
nigga,
do it
damn.
for me. Whoa.
Reel it in,
Shout out
nigga.
Rod Wave, though.
Relax.
My boy got a lot of shit going on. too,
Oh,
man. So
man.
we gonna pray for that boy, man.
Fingers crossed. Man, listen, a lot of these niggas got shit going on, bro.
Yeah,
the industry
facts.
just
Industry getting a
Going
little
to
crazy
shits.
now.
Facts.
industry going to shit.
Does that ever scare you to where you like, man, damn, what if I blow up and then I'm all in these circles and
Producers,
you just
y'all
don't know what
get
you're
in
getting
trouble,
into?
Bruh.
Producers don't get in trouble?
No, bro. When you was talking about just now, even like talking about the city and stuff,
Yeah.
bro, I think like the producers are gonna be who get like the music scene popping in Tampa. I don't think
Yes.
it's gonna be artists, bro.
No.
Cause
I can see that.
yeah, I can see like the young producers in the city. Them niggas working, bro.
Yeah. If you just think about even some of the producers we got now, like I always go to Young Chriso because he don't one of the ones I know that's really doing something major.
Yeah, he's talented, bro.
But it's just one of those things where like if he didn't have that kind of pull with bigger artists already, he wouldn't be able to do the things he doing now. So hopefully he be one of those bridge parts that get us over the water around here bit.
Yeah,
No, there's a
I
lot
could
of
see
guys.
him. I could see him being that person, bro. I think he
sure,
about
yeah.
to drop like a mixtape too, and I like to see that because then that's exactly what we need.
Yep.
If you got buzz as a producer, drop a tape,
Yep.
put some artists on that shit, and then you get some
Not gonna
artists
lie,
in buzz.
bro. That's the wave.
It
Yeah.
is, bro.
I kind of thought about that shit too, bro.
the
Me
So
too.
That's a great idea. It's something that he's doing on.
That's
That's a
the
good
wave.
idea for
If
sure.
y'all can do it, please, I really recommend it, dog. Because, like I say, just pulling from different clicks, it's gonna build up that whatever you trying to build. It's too many artists not to do it.
Yeah.
It's way too many artists not to do it.
I think I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop a
You
project,
should, bro. You
executive
should,
produce.
bro. You
Yes.
got some guys, bro.
Yes.
Like, do that shit, bro.
Also be there for the engineering
shit.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Don't just
No,
send
'cause
it off.
It'll be my project.
Yes.
Like Metro Boomin, Heroes
Yes.
and Villains and all this.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know
Do
what I'm
that,
saying?
bro.
Y'all just rapping on it.
Do
here.
that.
Get a little.
And then even like you saying, you can add him as another producer on there on
Oh, yeah.
certain tracks. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? So it just can open up that fucking bro.
But it's for the
y'all
city.
can do it, dog. Y'all can do it for sure.
For sure.
Y'all can do it for sure. And y'all know too many people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all know way too
Bro,
many
that's
people.
that's what I felt like was interesting when we first linked up, cause like this nigga know a lot of people, right? I know a lot of people, but I feel like our crowds didn't mix. Like
Yep.
we didn't know, like it wasn't like a mutual crowd. So I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, that's perfect, bro.
Yep.
Cause once we come together, that's bridging like a gap, bro.
Yep.
And I think that's the best type of networking, bro. Like
sure.
when you can make it like that. That's why I always appreciate it, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, give you flowers on camera, bro.
That's lit.
Yeah, for sure,
That's
bro.
lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, nigga. Nah, yeah, alright, nigga.
Every episode, nigga give me my props and they just
Gotta put it, yeah.
Shit on you.
Giving nigga ants, nigga take a mile, bro.
You know how I
Bring it
do
back,
it.
It's
man.
funny as hell around this bit.
But yeah, man, yeah.
I think it's gonna go though. I think Tampa, we got Doechii. She popped off and
Yeah.
she brought some eyes to the city.
Yeah.
Who next? That's
Yeah.
what we waiting to see. Who's
Yeah.
next? Which one of y'all gonna do it? Maybe it'll be a producer like you said.
But it's interesting, even though with her, bro, cause she was already like she had a buzz, she was popping, and my cousin asked me if I knew who she was. I was like, nah, like he had to put me on. I'm like, even that's a good example to me of like, I don't like the shit on the city, bro. But how the fuck does that happen, bro? Like, how does she's building a buzz, but how is she not on the radio here?
Yeah, that is weird.
Because you didn't know about her. I didn't know about her. Did you know about her?
Hell no.
That shit
So
crazy.
it's not like we intentionally like just didn't pay attention to her. Her buzz already was coming from somewhere else. It wasn't like her buzz was building in Tampa and then she got big.
That's true.
So it's not like we intentionally did it. It's just that once we found out she was from Tampa, we was like, oh shit, that's what's up.
Yeah.
But do you still listen to Doechii?
It ain't my type of music.
That's my point.
But
right
I do support.
I have a
Of
few songs on my
course.
playlist. I got a few songs on my playlist.
But I'm saying like she's not somebody that from the city where we was looking for her music.
I see what you're saying though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the clicks are so fucked up now.
Let me tell you though, and that's what I feel like the problem is because you know how many talented artists I feel like there might be a certain type of person, right?
I know 8 of them right now.
They play a guitar, they play instruments, they sing, but they don't have the image that Tampa looking for.
And that's a problem.
So we're not gonna get behind them. And I feel like that's what I be having a problem with.
And Tampa need to change that image because some niggas still stuck on cranking and cowbells, bro. Like, come on, bro. I mean, that's how we grew up, but that's
I feel like Tampa just trying to cling to something that we could say like this ours and this our culture.
And I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I don't be mad at that at all. Even the cranking shit like that's cool. Yeah. I love that shit. That shit nostalgic, bro.
No,
Like,
don't get me wrong. I wish it would have evolved and kept staying around and being on TikTok or something. That would have been great for Tampa.
For sure.
If it doesn't, then we got to find something else, or we got to figure out how we're gonna make the city keep going. You know what I mean?
I be
it's hard though, bro. It's hard to innovate.
think about it, bro.
Man, this shit is just all politics at the end of the day,
Yeah,
dog. Because it's whoever at the top that's supposed to be the leading fathers of Tampa, they have the position and power to put on other people. But some of them still want to be a part of the game.
That's true.
And that's really the problem.
That's true. I can see that too.
It's like being a drug dealer. You can't be a drug dealer forever. You either gonna move up to be the plug, or you gonna get out the game and change your whole. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be the drug dealer forever. You can't be the one supplying us the whole time. It's time for you to give it to somebody else.
Yeah, I agree.
Get out the way.
I feel bad for the artists, bro. Like luckily we producers, bro. So we gotta like, bro.
For sure.
Being an artist here, I couldn't imagine, bro. I couldn't imagine.
Man, I did all the talent shows. I done been in rooms and I just noticed like it's politics.
Yeah,
that's all it is. If
100%.
It's all about who you know, for sure. As an artist, but like you said, as a producer, y'all got the power. To be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. Y'all got the power.
We do, but YouTube kind of fucked it up for us.
Yes and no.
More power. Them niggas could just rip whatever beat they want off YouTube. They don't have to.
True.
Eventually, they have to pay us if they start getting paid.
Yeah.
But how many artists get paid from their music?
That's true.
Less than 5%. I would say.
That's true.
It's easy to cut out the producer and go get it for free.
And then a lot of people drop their shit unmixed. They don't care about the quality. So, you know, when they're not getting the quality beats and stuff, and it's just like sometimes it's double the work on us. We got to go out and convince people to buy them.
True.
So, I mean, it'll still work out in our favor, though. Don't get me wrong. Because niggas ain't dropping acapella songs.
No, not at all.
I ain't heard them.
This shit crazy, bro.
That's why, for me, my head is just, like, rushing with ideas because, like, I know too many talented people in Tampa to just be, like, sitting here talking about it. I really want to find fucking solutions around it, man. It's just too much talent, dog.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Too much talent.
So let me ask you this. You know, outside of the music shit.
Oh shit, niggas done did the evil laugh at the same time. But
all right, ain't nothing bad. It's just a little NBA talk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know I love the NBA talk. We in the playoffs right now.
Shit crazy.
Shit getting wicked out there for a couple teams, man. Is the playoffs playing out how you thought it would?
First of all, what the Halliburton?
What the Halliburton?
Facts.
Fuck, bro.
The Halliburton?
Fucking up my parlays around there, bitch.
Bruh. And I don't know, like, it's a young nigga world in the league right now, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
But they pushing out like the fact, bro. They got LeBron out the way. They got Steph out the way, bro. Y'all niggas move.
KD out the way,
bro. Yeah, y'all boys move, man. We got
Jokic
Shea,
out the way,
bro. That's when I knew they
Jokic?
put, yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Out the way.
I feel like he was a part of the newer.
Nah,
shit.
hell no.
He been here for a while, but he don't feel like he in the LeBron Curry era. You know what I mean?
You're saying, yeah.
Like
He is
in the
right.
Giannis
He
era.
is. Yeah.
He the bridge.
transitional,
Yeah. He the bridge.
But
for
the
sure.
young guns, SGA,
Bruh.
and who else?
The only person I'm
Bro,
liking
it's
is
SGA. It's and if he wanted, it was
Tatum
gonna,
and Brown.
it was gonna be Ja, but
Yeah.
Ja gotta
Yeah.
get his shit together.
Luca
bro.
out.
Yeah, Luca done for it.
Ja funny as
That
fuck.
That nigga shot at the bench. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he different. He different.
He's hilarious for that, for sure.
I don't think he wants to be the face of the league type shit, but
Yeah.
the shit exciting, bro.
They was handing him the keys though.
Bruh.
But what comes with that? What comes with being the face of the league, taking the keys to doing that?
It's,
He can't be a YN like he really want to
Nope,
be.
you living
Yeah.
underneath a microscope, bro.
Yeah.
but that's what I was about to say. Like,
He
yeah,
already got the money.
I'm not gonna lie. When you technically gonna be in the shadows of the Kobe's, LeBron's, Jordan, and a lot of times you can't make no mistakes. So yeah, I can see why you wouldn't want to be the face of the league.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah.
you see what Ant be saying, he be like, nigga,
Bruh,
no.
I fuck with that nigga, bro.
No.
The interview, he dunked on the nigga. They showed it, like I'm talking about an
Sheesh.
interview, like a post game interview. They showed him dunking on him. That nigga was like, what he say? I forgot what he said. He dunked. He was like, trash ass nigga. I'm like, yo, but like he unapologetically himself,
Facts.
That's the league needs, man.
bro. Bruh, that
Facts.
the nigga crazy. The nigga went and paid whatever the child support shit was. That nigga
I heard that was a rumor though.
bruh. Okay.
$1 million?
Yeah, he paid the whole child support off.
He probably did.
But the part that was crazy is they said he did that, right? And
Yeah.
that same day, he dropped like 40 points in the
Yeah.
game, bro. I'm like,
Oh,
yo,
so
this
he
nigga's
might have did
wild,
that shit
bro.
for real, around
This
this
nigga wild,
He's
bro.
out free.
What? Drop this 40 ball. But yeah, I fuck with him because he himself, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was another player that I said that about too, that they just beat himself, and I fuck with them for that. But it's definitely a young nigga running the league, bro. I don't watch a lot of NBA basketball. I'm gonna keep it real. I watch the
I do.
playoffs.
I watch
bro.
playoffs, yeah.
Yeah.
Once playoffs come on, then we lit.
I watch a lot of NBA basketball, and I can honestly say, like, if I had to pick a player that I just want to see all the time, it would be Anthony Edwards for sure.
Yeah. He excited,
Everybody else is just kind of like, you could tell they just playing for a bag, kind of.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting to like Halliburton. I'm starting to like
Really?
his game, bro.
He
I'm starting to like
cool.
his game. Because he's like, first of all, I didn't
He
watch him in the
cool.
playoffs. I
Yeah.
never really watched him to this playoffs. But he's quick as hell.
Yeah.
He's real shifty. He's creative. And his
Yeah.
shot is ugly. So it's
That shit
interesting.
ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
It's ugly as hell, but it
That
works.
shit be going in.
It do be
bruh.
going in.
Be
Pause.
going in. So it's like, I fuck with Halliburton. I don't know. They tried to say that nigga was corny or he was overrated or
They say,
something.
yeah, he was
He
overrated.
bombing on, and then he hit the Reggie Miller. I fuck with
That
that.
was tough, bro.
You know what I'm saying? If we fuck
was
with
But
Ant,
the way that he won the game was just like, yeah, I can. Yeah.
come on,
Bro,
man.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
They
That
definitely
shit,
choked that game for sure.
that shit was crazy, bro.
They choked for sure.
But I never understood, even me watching them, bro. I'm like, how is these niggas so good? But those are the teams they play well as a team, bro.
Yep.
Like
Everybody
you don't
play their
get much
role.
of that, yeah, bro. They don't have no big three and all
Yeah.
that, bro. They just play team ball and I
Man,
get
that's
take
why,
my hats
like,
off to them.
when you say new players, SGA fucked up my parlay last night. Nigga had 14 points.
I had
Yeah,
him under. I had him
bro.
under 32. That's the one I got right.
Under 32,
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
his
like,
proper 32. That's
I wish
crazy.
you would have told me that before, boy. 'Cause
I knew he wasn't gonna hit for a bunch of points, bro.
but
I
my
just knew
thing
that them
is-
niggas was finna have their best game, bro. You go down,
Yeah.
you down 2-0,
And y'all back in
got to.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
that's why I picked the mostly Minnesota players, and all of them hit.
Yeah,
But SGA,
that's
that was
crazy
tough.
work.
You had the over for points.
I had him for 25.
Oh no.
So I didn't have him for 30, 31 and a
I ain't mad
half.
at
yeah,
that.
I just had him for 25.
that makes sense because 25 is more like okay.
yeah,
let's do it.
like you can have somewhat of a bad game.
Yeah,
But 14?
yeah, that's bullshit, bro.
14? Like,
bullshit.
come on.
Listen, do Americans? Do we have a gambling problem? Do we have a sports betting problem?
Bro,
Ooh, that's a good
They
question.
say we do.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Now that it's so popular, like I'm scared to bet as much, bro, because it's
Yeah.
too much money involved now,
It
bro.
is.
So you think it's manipulated a bit?
Hell yeah, bro.
sure.
I always felt like, bro, you ain't see the documentary about the
Yeah, the referees.
Yeah, bro, that's all I needed to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
That's like it's right there in your face, bro. So now you add millions of dollars to the mix. Man, shit. Bro.
Sometimes that manipulation works in your favor, and you hit.
You just gotta know how to be on the right side of the manipulation.
Literally.
You know how to play the game.
You gotta know the
bro.
script.
Stay out the way, bro.
But I don't think that's just an American thing. I think it's just that it's more like popularized here.
I don't even know if they gamble. They sports bet in other countries.
That's a great question.
I don't know if they sports
You
bet.
think niggas is sports bet on cricket?
But
in India?
They might be, bro. Them table tennis motherfuckers, they be having them.
Yes. Yes. It's just that it's just so popularized here.
Yeah,
Everybody
facts.
else they still do it like the old school way where they got to go to like a little gambling house and
Put in a
stuff.
ticket.
Now
Yeah.
all of us, we could just pull out our phone and do it.
That's what's crazy
Yeah.
too. I wasn't, bro.
Yeah.
Before this shit, I was going to the bookie, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
This shit
saying.
Crazy.
Yo, I used to drop my boy off at the bookie. I'm like, I wonder what goes on in there. Like,
Bro.
I'd be scared of that
shady
shit. I'd be
right?
nah, cool.
That shit used to be like a whole like. Imagine like a grocery store on Sunday,
Literally.
except sports betting that shit and like packed, nigga, like the stock market in that bitch,
Literally.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was wild, bro.
That's funny.
Everybody on the side writing out their tickets and shit.
Yeah, bro.
So
That
I want the Bucks money line.
Nigga, I heard you said the Bucks. Yeah, the Bucks, man. What you? Nigga, I ain't gonna discourage me about my
Straight up.
ticket.
Straight up.
Well, I mean, what we used to do is we used to do options trading, and you trade now, right?
Yeah.
You do a trade.
Yep.
So I was telling, that's more like calculated gambling.
That's
was
what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's gambling too.
it's gambling too, but I think options is gambling specifically.
Yes.
If you don't trade options, then you
Yeah.
have a better chance. But I mean, I don't know. You can get rich off doing that. You can calculate things a little more.
That is true. That shit, when I started trading, it did change the way I look at the sports betting shit.
Yeah, and you can
Like,
tell a lot of
as you
dudes about trading. They're like, oh, I can't learn that.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to learn that. You
Nah.
sitting here studying stats and studying statistics.
It's the same shit.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
It's real similar, bro.
Shit, especially after the last 3 weeks to a month. If you just put in $10, you could have probably been up.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been up probably like $30-$40.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, on the charts or on the
Yeah, just putting it in anything.
Yeah, not
just
even
just put in
trading.
the SP 500, and you would because we dropped all the way to like what 502, and that been back to 582.
Yeah.
So-
After the whole little tariff shit or what? Is that what moved it? Okay.
Because Microsoft was at under $400 and 380 something. I told someone it's
Yeah.
gonna go up to $400 and something dollars, and it did. I said, whoop,
Yep.
appreciate it.
That's
Yeah.
crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like more people should have more knowledge about that shit, bro.
Yes and no.
About
At least I feel like it's a
stocks?
skill. Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
because
it's a skill.
The only reason why I say yes and no is because not everybody gonna have the mental fortitude for it.
That's very true.
Because soon as something go bad, they gonna start taking money out,
right,
and it's
right.
gonna tank
Yeah.
the market right
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah.
Because a lot of people are emotional with their money.
Yeah.
So it's yes and no.
But people
I-
have that now.
But I feel like it's more stable in a sense of just like you could tell the people who know actually about the stock and not just doing it just to do it. Because it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
No, well, all right. You know what's easy is because a lot of people will take money and they'll put it into a savings account. We
Yep.
talked about this on episode 1. Y'all go watch that.
Literally.
A lot of people take money and put it into a savings account, and the money just sitting there.
Yep.
But instead, if they took that money and they bought a stock, and the stock goes up, you're making money on your money just sitting there, rather than it's sitting there. You're not getting nothing on it.
Yeah.
Maybe a penny every.
Do you
couple
want a
months.
bunch of people doing that, or do you want people that understand the stock market to do that?
I see what you're saying too.
Because if I want my money to go up, I don't have to just go to the stock market. I can go get a CD. I get a high yield savings account. Those things are actual stable because I know my money is gonna be there, and then it's just gonna keep going up. But with a stock, as soon as it start going down, people be like, and now they done lost $200 because they done took their money out of
That's
the stock
because they
market.
don't know the.
But that's
buy
what I'm
the
saying.
dip
It's not for
philosophy.
everybody.
But, all right, when you first started, did you know about buying the dip and buying when it's red, selling when it's
That's
green?
something I had to learn.
You have to learn that, just like everybody else has to learn that. So I feel like the more people that go in there, they ain't gonna just go in there and throw their life savings in there and be like, "Oh, I turned red. Let me just pull out that last dollar." Like, no, nigga, just wait. Like, just wait. It'll go back.
But see, that's why I say it's harder because that's more emotional than knowing that my money is in a high yield and I put in 1,000. That mean I ain't gonna never lose that 1,000. It's only gonna go up. But in the stock market, as soon as I lose that 1,000, I don't know when I'm getting that 1,000 back.
Man,
So that's why I said I get what you're saying.
Will have to drop for you to lose all your money.
It happens though. It happens.
Listen, if y'all need help, come see me. I'm cheap.
But see, that's what we need though. I
For
feel
sure.
like if we spreading that knowledge, bro,
Yeah.
it's just different ways to make your money work for you.
At least within our community. Because how many rappers
That's
we
what I'm
know,
getting
how
at.
many people we know are going by a $5,000 chain.
Mm-hmm.
And then these niggas out here snatching each other chain. You get your
Literally.
shit took, and you just did that for no reason. And they can't snatch my Tesla stocks.
Yeah.
What
You
if I
can't
got
snatch my
insurance?
Nvidia.
Oh my!
How many niggas got that?
Right.
Even still.
Niggas ain't even got
Nah,
that. And then
I
you
know.
putting all them
Think about
diamonds
that.
and
You gotta get
shit.
insurance on a chain,
I
bro.
know, I
Like
know.
the community is
I know.
cooked.
Yeah,
We
I
gotta
know.
fix this.
Yeah, I know.
That's
So
very true.
I don't know. I just think it's a lot of like little stuff that. What I always tell people is that I feel like the Black American community, we can take stuff from other communities and
For
apply
sure.
it to us, and we'll be great.
Yeah.
Like we're such innovators with music, with art in general, with everything, bro. We've
Culture
invented
in
so much
general.
shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, if we had these,
Entertainment, all that.
all that, bro,
Yeah. I feel like we set the standard for our most
for
of
the
that
world.
shit. Yeah.
I feel like we set the standard for the whole world.
Yeah.
Black Americans, bro.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
I down the hell.
Yeah.
Very true.
So
Very
it's
true.
like
It shows.
It does show, and if
Yeah.
we prioritize the right stuff, the world will change, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask y'all some shit, bro. I ask a lot of people this because you see what it takes and where you want us to be. Do you honestly feel like we can reach that, or do you feel like the damage has been done?
I feel like
Oh, this is a good
the
question.
damage. I feel like we could reach that, but we would need like an extreme trajectory. Like some extreme shit would just have to happen, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta separate the niggas from the black people.
See, I was about to say,
Bruh.
what he just said
Nah.
was literally what I was about to say. I
know
don't
where
believe
you at,
everybody going to the top with me, my boy.
Yeah,
I believe everybody ain't going to the
that
top.
mindset in anything. Really,
Yeah, I was
'cause
about to
that ain't
say,
realistic.
nah.
That ain't
Everybody
realistic.
ain't gonna make it.
No, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm with him as well. I believe some of us gonna go to that top, and then we're gonna start uplifting the ones that we know can go with us. But we ain't just uplifting everybody.
Yeah.
I ain't doing
But
that.
to answer the question, do you think it's possible?
Yes.
Yeah. So like realistically, like that can
Yes.
still happen.
Yes.
I think
Damn.
so. I think
Yes.
so. Because you know what I noticed? I was talking to my friend about this shit, and she was saying like how she noticed so many more people nowadays are just becoming like Christians and they're getting back into religion.
Yep.
Because I think the internet caused people to kind of just get lost
Yep.
in like material things.
Now they trying to find
superficial-
themselves.
Now they're trying to find the answers,
Yep.
and everyone kind of always reverts back to like the
Religion.
religion, the creator thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I do think that's a positive sign that I've
Yeah.
been seeing lately. But
What I also like too is that we're not just being looked at as Black Americans. I'm starting to see other cultures and countries, especially like in the African continent, they starting to realize we're not just Black Americans. We're the same as them now. So like just having that outreach where people can go to Africa and start their lives over is already healing some of that trauma we probably had. You know, because for a long time we thought we didn't belong.
Right.
Like everybody else can go back to their culture. They can
Right.
go back to Cuba. They could go back to Puerto Rico. They could go back
Yep.
to Mexico.
Yep.
They go back to India. They can go back to China. They go back to Japan. We feel like we ain't have nowhere to go back. So
That's
we
very
just feel
true.
like we had to deal with everything in America. But now people feel like it's more freedom now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I fuck with
I
that.
think that's helping heal some of that trauma for sure. Yeah.
I mean, we still can't go back to Africa, but I feel you. Them niggas
In
say,
certain
like,
parts.
it's not like
Hey,
us.
In certain parts.
I turn y'all ass around.
In
bro.
certain parts
That's
for
why I
sure.
tell us a lot of Black Americans to embrace America. Like,
Yeah.
this is our shit
I
too.
feel you. I feel you.
This is ours too.
I feel you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, our culture, our history, a lot of us was told that we was from Africa. Now we starting to find out more of us was indigenous.
Yeah.
And we was actually already here.
Right.
And now that is just like unlocking some of that trauma that we've been built for so long. We just always think of, well, 400 years ago we was slaves.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like 400 years before that, what were we? You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And if we start looking at what we were before that, then you could realize we can get back to that.
Yeah.
But you gotta let go of that trauma from the 400 years ago. Slavery did a number on us
It
for
did,
sure around
bro.
that bit. So
Yeah.
that's all it is.
I be real discouraged about this shit, bro. So it's honestly, it's good to hear that y'all have like.
I'm optimistic.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate y'all for that, cause boy,
my optimistic,
not meaning.
But my thought pattern is not about everybody.
Right.
It's about what I could do for me and my kids.
That's fair.
And then they kids and they kids.
Yeah.
So once you start doing for your kids, all that's gonna trickle down to something else. Right?
Yeah.
You know what's funny, and that's funny you said that because even before you start with your kids or your spouse, you gotta start with yourself.
That's a fact.
So it's always gonna be you and the person close to you and them, and then like that's how you slowly build that up. So yeah, that's real.
That's why I'm optimistic about it, because if I have all boys, they're gonna have to go find them a wife. That wife, that means they married into your family, but they also got their own family. So you got to try to start building the mental fortitude for their family as well. Like, hey, this is what my people taught me. I'm gonna help y'all, and if y'all want to use it and then get you to where y'all need to go, good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, whatever my wife and my kids do, they're gonna be straight, and then they just keep doing it over and over again until it's generational, just like every other country.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Fair. It's got to be generational for sure.
So why are you pessimistic about it? Why
Bruh,
don't you
because I just feel like, damn, this shit gonna sound so like negative.
But this is reality though.
Yeah, I just feel like, bro, we just like fucked up as a people, bro. I just look at like so much shit, and then I look at the youth right now. If that's a reflection of where we're headed, bruh, I see them being like angry as fuck.
For sure.
Like the shit that we're talking about, like stocks, fuck, like even just the basic shit, like knowing how to cook for yourself, knowing how to have a bank account, like the little shit. It's like, bro, they not even concerned with that shit, bro.
Nah, they trying to scam you.
They want to scam, Rob, bro. I was in E-Boy last night, boy. Any nigga had on a ski mask, nigga, I was moving out they way.
As you should.
As
you should.
We unks now, so we don't participate with the YN activity.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but that's why I feel that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the answer to the
question. Got kids?
I don't see. I have a daughter, bro.
Okay.
So like, I try to protect her from.
You're only gonna be able to do so much protecting, my boy.
And that I've learned that, bro. Like, you know, she's 7 now, so I'm like, bro, like from the beginning to like now, like I've come to terms with so much shit, bro.
So I'm glad you got kids, cause now I'm here to help change your mind.
Oh shit, hey, bro, this the conversation kids, we gotta have, bro.
Yes,
you got kids, bro?
Yes, I got an older daughter, which is 11. Then I got my 1-year-old son.
Okay.
So this is why I have to be optimistic about this shit. One day she gonna date.
Yeah.
So whatever she looking for, she gonna look for somebody that's similar to you.
Right.
So you gotta have already in your mind that there are uplifting black men out there. And like you said, you know what a YN is.
Yeah.
So you know how to tell her how to avoid those
facts.
But you also got to give her the insight on how to find a good man.
Right.
Because if she don't see it in you or anybody in her community,
right,
she gonna start going somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to have that mindset early, because if you don't, you gonna be even if it's unintentional, you can lead those thoughts to your kids, right?
Right. So I ain't gonna lie, you and that made me think, right? Cause like I do feel like in my household, my family, I'll be able to create what I want. But when I think about us as a whole, that's when I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like, I can be selfish and say, hey, y'all fucked up. Shit, me and mine's, we good. Like,
yes
I don't
or no.
let my daughter.
Really
I was about to say yes or no,
bro.
Yeah,
but I
like,
care.
You can't fix everybody.
I do. So that's when it made me
yes
think,
or no.
like, damn.
But that's
bro.
why we where we at now, though, because everybody's trying to fix the whole thing all together at one time.
Right.
Yeah, I feel you.
You can't do that. Yeah. Just like when you hear in these relationships, niggas be like, "Hey, you can't love nobody if you don't love yourself."
Facts, though.
That's just how money is built. You can't do nothing for nobody else if you ain't got it.
Yeah,
real shit.
That's big facts, though, bro.
Just like if you think about how most white people got money. Do you think they gave a fuck about anybody else when they was making that money?
That is very true, bro. I feel like they frugal, they selfish.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I'm getting to the top. I don't care what I gotta do. Fuck him over. Fuck him over. Fuck him over. Fuck him over. I'm gonna come back to him, but I'm gonna fuck him over for now.
So do you think us as black people, because this is something I always said, right? Like, I felt like the skill or where black people are great we know how to love, right?
For sure.
We know how to love. So do you think that
That's our biggest flaw too, though.
Is it a fault? Does it come to a fault? Like we care about?
Yes.
Damn.
It's like a delusional woman. He cheated on me, but I love him.
We are in a abusive relationship.
Yes, he beats on me, but that's how I know he loves me.
But you still seeing the best in the nigga, bro.
Yes.
This nigga
And
throwing
it's
left
like
and right
sometimes
hooks.
you just gotta be like, hey man, fuck him.
Facts. Facts.
Fuck him. That's just like, I got family members.
Yeah.
They always asking me for money.
Yeah.
Even if I got it, I ain't got it. Because when I give you that money and I go bottom and I ask you for money, guess what you tell me?
I ain't got it. We asked out. It's so I can have appreciation for that though. Like just, I guess we gotta find a way to draw the line.
Yes.
I don't know, man.
You gotta set boundaries, man.
Yeah.
But you also gotta think too. You gotta think what you see on the internet in Ybor City
For sure.
is we don't know how big of a percentage that is.
Small.
That could be a loud minority.
Yeah.
For real. I noticed a lot of the internet, the negative shit is a loud minority.
Yeah.
Most people want peace.
Yep.
Most people want to just make money and get home safe and be with their people.
Yep.
Facts.
All this crazy stuff we see on the internet, I feel like is a small minority that's just really freaking loud. Even with like females, like the city girl type chicks that you see out here, I do believe the influence is real.
For
I
sure.
see a lot of chicks, I'm just like, yo, y'all bird
sure.
brain.
Yeah.
But I do think there's a lot of normal women out here, and you got guys out here making it seem like no chick loves you for just you. They all in it for the money. It's just like, nah, bro, get out and touch grass. You got to talk to some of these people.
I
Not
agree
you,
with
but,
that.
you know.
No. I agree with that 100%. I don't like to do like women like that. Like while
Yeah.
you said obviously, it's same thing that
balance.
they have a view of how
Most men
act.
is.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
where it's like, bro, come on. But yeah, I agree with you saying. I agree
Yeah,
with
it's
you
just
saying.
one of those things where it's just like for me, I lived in Tampa my whole life. I went to white schools. I went to Wilson, and I went to Plant.
Okay.
So I done seen how it. Yeah,
That's actually like, damn.
I don't seen both sides where it's just like, if you just surround yourself with the right people, that minority mindset that you might have, you could change it completely.
Yeah.
You just have to be around the right people around you, man.
Yeah.
Cause like people that I hang out with now, back in the days, I probably wouldn't have hung around them because I grew up in West Tampa my whole life. So most of the times I know mostly hood niggas. I done got my bike stolen. I got this stolen from me. So I would be like, man, fuck these niggas. But the more I got older, I started realizing, no, just fuck those niggas.
Yeah.
Not all niggas, just those
yeah,
niggas.
fuck,
Yeah.
those. I see what
So
you're
that's
saying.
the mindset the best
the
to
goal.
have around it, bed. Don't think like just us as blacks, we ain't gonna figure it out. No, just those niggas ain't gonna figure it out.
Okay.
And we can't bring them those niggas with us. Have you ever seen white trailer people?
Yeah.
What all the rich
You know
people
what's
do?
crazy?
They drive right past their ass. They don't give a fuck about them. That's y'all want to be broke. We white.
That's very true.
We can get money.
The other part, people still think they better than
Yes.
the most successful
Yes.
black people.
That's crazy as fuck, bro.
That's crazy as fuck. Beyond crazy as fuck. And that's how we got to start looking at some of the black people.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all choose to live like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring myself down to y'all level to make y'all feel better about yourselves, and y'all cool with just being on the streets.
Yeah.
I'm not with that.
Yeah, real shit.
I want people to be around me who all on the same page. And let's go make this money. Let's build generational wealth. Let's hand it down to our kids. Fuck it. Let's build trust. Let's go fucking do all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody else do, because it ain't like we can't do it. We just don't know how to do it.
That's it right there.
But once we figure out how to do it, now that's the part where we got to start using our brain and start being like, hey, my brother, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about that. Now, once I tell you, it's on you.
Yeah.
Because I can't hand do it for you.
Right.
You got to still do your own work, but that's the way to do it.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it.
Facts.
Simple as that.
Facts.
Yeah,
this
that's
is good. This is good conversation too. Cause I feel like, bro, like this is what the fuck needs to be happening, bro. Like it's super necessary. Cause like I say, bro, I hella want my people to win, bro.
For sure.
Like, bro, I be looking at this shit like, boy, shit
sure.
ugly, boy. Shit ugly,
Man,
bro.
listen, as long as you be in a positive, you know what I'm saying, like interaction with people every time you around them, that's all you can do, bro. You
Yeah.
can't even worry about the people who messing up the community and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we just got to influence where we can. So
How y'all feel about the music though? Do y'all think like are y'all the people that's like, oh, the music is influencing, or nah, raise your kids right?
I say this. Ooh, can I answer this?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I feel like there's always been certain music out there that's bad, but I think it's on the household to let the kid know that you got to separate the music from real life.
Facts.
Because I don't think there's a problem with girls twerking at Sexy Red and this and all this, but once you start acting that out in real life and you start really embracing that, then it's like, or even NBA Youngboy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure white people went through this when like heavy metal first came out and their kids were starting to wear fucking black. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, no, we don't want you to. As long as you separate it, I think it's okay. And in moderation too. And as long as you're willing to try other genres of music too, more peaceful shit. Because the frequencies are real, bro. You can't just listen to demonic shit all the time and just have a positive life experience.
That's
you're
a
not
fact.
gonna have that.
That's a fact.
So I feel like that's how it is.
Shout out to Sexy Red, man. Shout out to
And all the brown booty hoes.
Yeah, bro. Pussy Pink. Yeah, man. But you know, it's tough, bro. You got a daughter too, bro.
Yes, I do.
So
it's super tough.
I'm like, man, come on, man.
I like what he said. It's definitely a household thing.
Facts.
And everything should be done in moderation. It's just like, nigga, we play GTA.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
What is GTA?
What?
Robbing, sex,
killing.
You know what I'm saying?
You can
but
hit the strip club on GTA.
At the end of the day, if you ain't got no good house training or no good household, you gonna think that's real life.
Facts.
Not knowing that's just a fucking video game.
Yeah.
So what he said is kind of spot on for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So to answer your question, I'm optimistic. I think I'm optimistic about the music. For sure. We like that. Check out our beats.
Facts.
I'm optimistic about the black community because I know people like y'all. I know people like my mom, my family. You know what I'm saying? My people's, that gives me hope right there.
For sure.
And I'm optimistic about the world in general because I ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here another 60 years. Fuck it, I gotta be optimistic.
You gotta make the best of it.
You know.
Facts.
So going from that, and we was talking about music. How y'all feel about all the disses that's been going on lately?
Joey Badass and all that.
Yeah, and Rayvon. And do y'all think lyricism is coming back?
I would hope so.
It is.
And I did see that little cipher, and I like
that cipher was tough.
That's how it should be, bro.
That cipher was tough.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that shit.
For sure.
I can't break down all the lyrics.
Oh no,
we
ain't gonna do no music breakdown.
I'll say that I appreciate that type of rap energy coming back and that competitiveness and stuff. Because a lot of dudes, they can't even like really put together like bars nowadays. They could just
say some cool shit.
Say some cool shit. They can vibe out on the auto tune and shit, but niggas can't pin nothing together and make people really think. So I respect that. I always, and I like battle rap. So that was up my alley anyway.
That's why I was asking, because I was like, the light that's being shined on it is just kind of impacting how people look at music again. Because I ain't gonna lie, that was more entertaining for me than listen to somebody's new song that came out.
Yeah,
like that cipher.
The cipher and just some of the diss tracks.
I got you.
Yeah. Because I listened to most of Joey Badass's. I liked his Crash Out Dummy one. That was tough. I like the Finals one. Rayvon has some smooth shit too. But Daylight, he was just too like artistic for me. I just was like,
the memes about him were so funny.
Yeah, this shit just all over the place for me, and I'm too much of a casual to be trying to catch every bar you don't drop. Like it's just
he was overly doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Like the way Joey Badass delivers it, and you can still digest what he's saying. Like, okay,
that's why I'm kind of glad he did what he did, because for a long time it felt like New York didn't have a sound.
Yeah,
it kind of sounded like they was trying to copy too much other people's music. So hearing Joey Badass rap the way he was rapping, I was like, I'm hoping New York starts to sound like that again.
I think it will.
Because the West Coast always been the West Coast. To this day, like, they beat choice, the way they rap, all that shit, the fly shit, the talk. You know what I'm saying? They always been the West Coast, but New York is just like all over the place. You don't know who the fuck you listen to.
I mean, they had the whole drill shit going on. I know that's just played out.
That was a wave.
Yeah.
Then that, what they call that shit? The pretty drill or
the sexy drill. Whatever.
Sexy drill, yeah. I was like, I don't.
Cash Cobain.
Yeah, like y'all doing too much for me around there, man. Like,
it's like Ice Spice and shit, bro. That's
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
That's like that one beat from the other day. I was saying.
Yeah. The Anonymous was playing. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But shit. Well, listen. Before we get up out of this motherfucker, I definitely want to shout out to Mr. Perfect, my boy Nick, for coming through and kicking that game with us, because there's a lot of gems in this episode, and I'm excited for people to hear that, because you're the producer, but you're a human too, so we like to have these real conversations.
Yeah. You know, we always end up having them type of conversations anyway, so I appreciate y'all, man.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, real. Yeah, bro. BG, how you feeling?
Hey, man.
He was hooping this morning.
I was. My Achilles hurt like a motherfucker, but I'll ball you niggas up any day of the week for sure. Check me out, though. I do want to say this. We gonna find a way to put the city on.
Yeah, got to.
One way or another,
we're
gonna find a way to put the city on. And when we do that shit, come back to this and be like, that nigga predicted that shit. We're gonna figure it out.
Cerebral Chaos. We're gonna be the platform to.
We're gonna figure it out for sure. We're gonna figure it out.
It must be done.
It has to be. It has to be.
We're hoping Nick leaves here a little more optimistic than before.
For sure.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I am though, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I said these conversations are important, bro.
Yeah.
That's good.
You know, instead of having these thoughts, keeping them to yourself, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta have these conversations as black men, as black people, bro, as
Especially
humans
openly.
in general. Like,
Yeah,
bro.
facts.
I appreciate y'all boys, man.
And listen, Cerebral Chaos Podcast, episode 15. I got BG with me, Mr. Perfect, got on the beat. The other Nick, the producer back there. The other Nick.
Nah, man. Hey, real Nick and real Nick. We the
Real Nick and real Nick.
We the real Nicks, bro.
Real Nick. It's gonna go black. Hey, get what? We out.
For sure.
Peace.